next fighter, making his way to the cage, Samuelray Monster Barrera.
It's Sunday night in Southern California. We're at Club Nokia's in LA Live, here for the University of Mixed Martial Arts Fight Night 5. I'm Rich Slayton, joined by Andrew the Squid Montanez, here to call the action in this 205-pound light heavyweight #1 contender match between Ozzy Diaz and Samuelray Barrera. This fight will go 3 3-minute rounds with no shin guards. The #1 contender will be fighting Jarrell Cephas for our light heavyweight championship.
Yes, he will. This is a really exciting matchup we have here. You know, Ozzy Diaz has come out and kind of been a very dominant heavyweight. Really, well, light heavyweight, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been a very good fighter. One of the more exciting fighters we have here in University of Mixed Martial Arts.
Samuelray Barrera with a record of 2 wins and no losses, most recently fighting back in July, a round 3 TKO victory over David Marquez. Trains at King's MMA with a fantastic team. Of course, Coach Rafael Cordero, always great for your striking training. And Samuelray Barrera, currently the sparring partner of UFC heavyweight Fabricio Verdun.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, Ozzy Diaz.
And in the red corner, his opponent, Ozzy Diaz. All 3 fights for Ozzy in the past have been here at the University of Mixed Martial Arts. 2 wins and 1 loss. Most recently, a wonderful second-round submission victory over the very tough out Joshua Neal.
Yeah, and as you were saying before, you know, about Rafael Cordero, he, to many people, is the best striking coach in mixed martial arts. You know, you ask any Brazilian striker, so Ozzy, he has hands full. He's a very good striker himself. He's going against someone that is well trained, but you can't choose probably a more brutal striking coach than Rafael Cordero.
Ozzy has been in some pretty brutal striking matches. I remember that round 2 knockout loss to Jens Grau about a year ago, or about 6 months ago. So Ozzy knows what it's like to get in there and stand and trade with a powerful fighter. And he took a lot of hard shots before Jens finished him off. So don't think that it's Ozzy having a weak chin. He is a powerful striker himself, loves to let that right hand go, very mobile, lots of lateral movement, and good at level changes in that striking game. He showed really good submission defense in the early rounds against Joshua Neal, showed he can fight through adversity. Very tight submission, that guillotine. Let's see how he fares here. Let's get started with Salvador Ariana.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our next fight is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds for the U of MMA #1 contender light heavyweight position. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, an orthodox fighter. He steps into the cage with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. Both his wins coming by way of knockout. He stands at 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing out 202.2 pounds. Representing King's MMA from Buena Park, California, Samuelray Monster Barrera. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a Pankration practitioner. He comes to this fight with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. 1 win coming by way of knockout. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighing officially at 204.8 pounds. Fighting with NZT Pankration from downtown Los Angeles, California, Ozzy Diaz. Man in charge of the action, George Gallegos.
3 3-minute rounds here. No shin guards guarding the legs of these 2 fighters. The #1 contender fight to see who will see Jarrell Cephas for the U of MMA light heavyweight title. It starts here. Both fighters tentative early.
They're tentative, but I think once they start striking, they're gonna go off.
Leg kick checked by Ozzy Diaz. And he returns
little different here. This looks a lot more similar to a professional mixed martial arts bout. If you notice that guys do not have shin guards. If you have 3 or more fights, you don't have to wear shin guards in amateur camo rules. Lands some nice little strikes, very composed. Kind of still a feeling out process, I would say.
Barrera looking very calm so far. A good left kick to the body from Barrera.
I like the overhand right, left kick combo. You throw the punch that makes the guy lift his hand, and you open up the body.
Some good short exchanges here so far. Diaz now pressing Barrera up against the cage. Barrera, though, very powerful. And a right hand connects.
If he really wants to get that takedown, he needs to set it up a little more with his hands. So a little bit telegraphed, but nice overhand right, he lands himself.
Good right hook to the body from Barrera. Inside leg kick from Diaz. A lot of power behind the punches here of Barrera. He tagged Ozzy. Ozzy did not like that punch, went right under to put Barrera on the mat.
Out of the 4 takedown attempts he made, this is the best timing for actually getting to the ground. When you're hurt, a little time to breathe, take away the striking ability of your opponent, at least just recompose yourself.
Barrera now back to his feet. Good head movement here from Barrera. Slips the punch, goes high with the kick. Blocked, though, by Diaz.
Yeah, not afraid to throw some strikes. Led a lot of nice outside leg kicks.
That's the 3rd one we've seen. Redness now developing above the knee here of Barrera. Diaz throwing that right hand, counter by Barrera.
Still somewhat of a tender round. Everyone kind of throwing these 1- and 2-punch combinations. No combinations of 3 to 5. Very deliberate shots both guys are landing, one by one, they're trying to pick their spots.
And that's it for the first round here of this light heavyweight title eliminator.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, our
between Ozzy Diaz and Samuelray Barrera. You know, both fighters look calm, both fighters look comfortable, but neither fighter looks fired up yet.
No, it sometimes takes guys a few minutes to really get going. And with the structure of these rounds, sometimes you don't get going until the 2nd round. You know, you get your little nerves out of your way. You have the feeling out process of your opponent, find their distance, and just getting comfortable out there. So I'm excited to see what adjustments the corners are making. They both have really good cornermen. We have Jason Mayhem Miller in the corner over here, probably giving some good advice.
Both guys here coming from great teams. Ozzy Diaz over at NZT Pankration and Barrera at King's MMA. You can see Mayhem Miller in the corner of Barrera. A lot of experience there behind the young fighter.
We'll see what adjustments have been made.
Well, big question here, especially with these large fighters, is who has more in the gas tank going into round number 2. We've seen often with these light heavyweight and up fighters, light heavyweight and heavyweight, that 2nd round ends up being the deciding factor, especially if they make it past that first.
100%. And both have a little red swelling all over them. Both guys are getting hit with big shots.
You can see the redness on the right side of Diaz's stomach where the body kicks have landed from Barrera, and the redness on the outside of Barrera's left leg where Diaz has landed that outside leg kick.
Yeah, Diaz did a nice job of countering the Superman punches overhand right. Nice technique.
Barrera now staying tight. He backs out. Good slip there from Diaz on that left hook. Big knee to the body by Diaz and a right. Barrera got rocked, but he is back quick.
It's smart of Diaz to not get wild and stuff. He's still picking his shots, even though he hurt Barrera.
That straight right wobbles Barrera. Another right wobbles him. A third right. Diaz now loading up on that right hand. Barrera still wobbly, but still fighting. Diaz keeps loading up on that right hand. Blood now from the nose of Barrera.
Still in there, still in zombie mode though, trying to find his composure. Definitely a good time if Ozzy wants to get the finish. His last minute and a half is when he should do it.
Again, that knee to the stomach followed by the right hand from Diaz. Landed that a few times so far here in the second round.
Nice takedown right in front of us. Kind of lands himself in a side control. Possibly going to take the back, but transitions into almost a mount.
Passing the halfway point here in round number 2.
Good cage walk by Barrera. Gets himself back up to the feet. And a nice trick by Diaz to get himself top position. Nice technique there by Diaz.
And Diaz quickly slaps on the choke. Tightening that thing up. Barrera struggling, but that choke is deep. And Barrera goes out. Diaz, Ozzy Diaz puts Samuelray Barrera to sleep with a rear naked choke here in round number 2.
Almost like a short choke, as didn't actually grab the bicep, more of just a strangle. Impressive work.
Barrera that was trying to resist that choke. It was tight. He went to tap and went out before he was able to tap. Ozzy Diaz now calling for the belt. Don't worry, buddy, you will get your shot. Put it in the books. You will see Ozzy Diaz in the future against Jarrell Cephas. Here we go, seeing the setup for that rear naked choke. You know, I don't think that Barrera had really had a chance to get his wits back about him by the time that came in.
I think he was tired, and Diaz did a good job of seeing an opportunity and jumping on it and squeezing, not really wasting any time.
You can see Diaz tight. He was hand-to-hand first, then tightens it up. Barrera goes to tap, but he is asleep before the referee can break it up. Fantastic performance by Ozzy Diaz.
Impressive stuff. Got himself a #1 contender.
So you will see it back here at the University of Mixed Martial Arts. Ozzy Diaz will be fighting against Jarrell Cephas, the U of MMA's light heavyweight title.
Whoop, whoop.
For our official decision, let's hear from Salvador Arellano.
The third man in the ring, George Gallegos, brings a fight to a halt 2 minutes, 5 seconds into the second round. Your winner by way of tap out due to a rear naked choke out of the red corner, Ozzy Diaz.
Give it up for both these fighters. That was a good fight. Ozzy, come talk to me. Congratulations. How you feeling?
Great. I feel great. You know, the last couple of weeks, it was the hardest training. I mean, it was so hard to train these last 2 weeks. It just feels so great to still come out with that week. No facility to train, but we got it out the way and got another win.
Made it happen anyways. Nice. So it seems like it kind of took you to the second round to open up a little bit. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, he was swinging pretty wide. I mean, I know he trains at King's pretty good striking, but the point was to counter him, take him down as much as I can. Thanks to my wrestling coach who shows me a lot of wrestling. World-class wrestler, guys. Come check out NZT. He's a great wrestling coach. We have a great MMA coach, Frank Coulter. Chenzo, awesome, man. Come check us out.
It was an impressive win, and Jay Tan told me that that just earned you a championship fight against Jarrell Cephas.
It was crazy. I mean, one fight at a time, but I know Cephas is good, great jiu-jitsu, so back to training. Let's get it, baby. I'm the new champion. Watch out.
Nice, and we are in your backyard, so why don't you give everybody some love that came out to see you.
Well, first of all, thank God. Thank the U of MMA, Jay Tan Turi, for giving me a home to show my skills off. NZT, I love you guys. CMBB, Bay Fans for showing me the love. Thanks, everybody. My family, I love them all. My manager, Danny, man, this goes on, but NZT is not a gym. NZT comes with a heart, so come train with us. Check us out.
And there you have it. Give it up for him, Ozzy Diaz!
Your your winner by round 2 rear naked choke, Ozzy Diaz.